Good morning. It's very early this morning. I got out of bed, snuck out of the house not to wake anyone up, grabbed my gear and came down. I'm in Toowoomba at the moment. We just decided to have a night here, and doing so, and when you sleep in strange beds, the kids are a little bit restless, and so the kids are restless, so I've been up most of the night. Anyway, I thought, oh, why not come out? And then I just vlogged a video and didn't press record. Yeah. Tired, not thinking straight, and I haven't done my hair either. Got this weird thing here. Anyway, so came out of Toowoomba, and I've been looking for a decent outlook to take a sunrise shot. East is directly behind me, and there's another sort of outlook about 1 kilometer up the road up there, but the problem with that is you stop, you can't see anything. The trees are in the way, but here, which is this another little weird service road, have a look at this. This is the extent of this service road. So there's the main road, cars coming flying past, and there's my car, and what I've done is I've set up just here. So I'm shooting east, and there's a tiny glow. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There's a tiny glow behind me that captures the sunrise. This shot is a bit tricky because I like to frame a shot, and which means to put things around it, which focuses you in on the subject or on the sunrise or on that beauty. There's no chance of doing that. As you can see, it's all open. There's nothing. So the other thing I then like to do is have a subject, and as you can see from this, there's not much of a subject. We have a little bit of a bridge, which will be our subject. The sun is starting to glow here. This morning when I looked at an app called Clear Outside, it said 16% of the sky was going to have cloud in it. Now, have a look, right? It's like 1,000% of the sky has cloud in it. So maybe it's worth coming out when you can't take a photo of the sunrise and seeing what you can get anyway. What I've done in framing this shot is I'm shooting at 35mm. I'm going to shoot on 100 ISO and aperture of 9 and whatever the shutter speed needs to be. However, this is what's important. If you zoom out, you get all this sort of stuff here that's distracting on the shot. And so what I've done is I've gone rule of thirds. I've gone into about 35. So that means you just kind of get a little bit of framing from this tree line here, that the horizon is on a third because the focus is going to be the sky if anything actually ends up happening, which your guess is as good as mine, right? So I'm going to spend some time now trying to get this right, and yeah, I don't know if there's anything in it. I see these lines in the sky. Oh, it just looks divine. Might have to pull out my Osmo Action and just take some of that footage because, oh, it's looking beautiful. Some mornings you come out and you think, oh, there's nothing in this. There's nothing in this. Part of me is frustrated by that, absolutely. But part of me goes, well, there's a challenge to find what is in it. And the other thing is to be out and about. You know, in this day and age, it's easy to be confined at home, and our minds can go a little bit crazy. People can struggle with mental health and those sort of things. But being out in creation, being out in this, in the fresh air, in the challenge of creativity, it builds something back into us. It restores something in us that can be taken away or lost or stripped from us. And I want to encourage you this morning that it's worth getting out and about while we can. We had all those months this year where we weren't allowed to get out and about, and I've noticed since lockdown and all those things have shifted and altered back again to more of a freeing thing, especially around where I live, that there's been more people about more frequently to enjoy life and to realize what they've been previously missing and make the most of that. So I'd encourage you to get out and about. It doesn't matter if the conditions are right or not. The actual win, the joy is being able to come out and to really experience the natural world that we have around us. When you're shooting clouds like this, I found one of the most helpful things to do is actually underexpose the shot. Because there's so many highlights, the highlights outweigh the shadows. You actually want to underexpose to bring out the difference, the contrast in the clouds. If you overexpose, it all goes white. All the sky goes white because there's so much light up there. The clouds are actually reflecting that light. So if you underexpose, what happens is the vibrancy of the clouds, the darkness and the colors in the clouds start to come through. But the problem is you lose the detail down here. So you need to take 2 shots. It's called, or 3 shots, it's bracketing. You take 1 at exposure. So your exposure meter, 1 at exposure. And then I've stopped down maybe a stop and a third. So you go to the first big line and then a bit past that is what I've just felt to do this morning. And shoot at that. You can really see the color and the contrast of the clouds. And then you go above the line. So you overexpose to a stop and a bit. So the same but the other way, and it brings up some of the colors and the light that you would lose because it just turns too dark otherwise down here. The scene, as you're seeing it develop, we can see the cloud just rolling in, the mist rolling in. What is it? Just there, I think. It's just, woo. I wonder if we're going to get some cloud in the valley. That would be a bit of a late entrance. I didn't expect that at all. But the sky is still looking dazzling. Woo, still looking good. I think that's a wrap for me this morning. I'm going to put up the image of what I ended up with. I'll just put up one. I'll put up the best, the one I think, yeah, grabbed that sky as good as it could. I'm not sure if it's because of the lens or the landscape or the adapter, but I've found every shot I've had to make sure it's refocused. I'm manual focusing this morning. I do that by zooming in on the shot as much as I can through the live view and then altering the focus. I shoot manual focus in situations like this because autofocus picks up on the contrast of colors, and my subject has been the bridge and there's not a great deal of contrast of colors, and every time I've re-looked at that I've had to refocus it. So something to keep in mind. You don't want to get home and have blurry images because you thought it was focused and it wasn't, and you got heaps of time to be able to get it right. The sun is coming up now. I'm pretty sure it's up. Sneaky little thing. And it just didn't tell me. Just decided to come up. But I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you've learned from something. But be encouraged. Get out there. Get out and about. It doesn't matter if you take a camera with you or not. But go for a walk. Get out in the beautiful fresh air. It doesn't matter if it's raining or it's overcast or it's sunny or whatever. Be smart. But get out and make the most of this wonderful place and world in which we live. We are truly blessed with it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Be stoked if you could subscribe to the channel. I know a heap of you just watch these videos and enjoy them, but if you could subscribe, that would really support and encourage me. Give it a like, and there's a bell down there. Just hit that bell. Just hit that bell, and what it does is it tells you when a video comes up. And I've been trying to work out the best rhythm to distribute these videos at. Sometimes they go bonkers and other times there's just crickets, so I've still not got that worked out yet, but we'll hit a rhythm and we'll stay to that in due course. Thanks heaps for watching. I really appreciate you and value that you would take some time just to watch me gab on about the setting I'm in. Thanks heaps. I'll see ya, well, in the video that'll follow straight after this. Bye.
We head for the sky, it's alright. Our wings wouldn't fly, it's alright. If we are crashing down again, pieces of love, it's alright. Scattered in mud, it's alright. You're giving me a lie again. And tell me what you want, this time I won't take it to the heart, 'cause I know